all the nerds.
It's in the box! It's in the box! What's in the fucking box?
So I was subscribed to Loot Crate for a while, for like pretty much all of 2014, and it was really cool for a lot of it throughout 2014. But this year, I found that the crates were a little on and off, and I unsubscribed partway through. But the thing is that with Loot Crate, ever since it came out, there's been so many of these like subscription-based blind boxes. It's kind of hard to keep track of them. But do you think it's a new like fad for collecting, or it's
just fashion now? It's like I used to be with Loot Crate for a few months, like half a year or something. But what I was getting was so, I would say, bullshit that it's US is not so bad, but since we're in Canada, it goes to like around $40.
Mm-hmm. Well, what is the base price? I think it's most of them go from
It's $19.99 American
plus
shipping, so it ends up being $30-$40. And you're supposed to get at least 30% more of the value.
Less. It's $19.99 plus shipping to make like, let's say, $25, $30 arguably American,
US,
which you're supposed to be getting between $40 to $50 worth of stuff.
Okay,
but
now we're talking Loot Crate.
I'm talking exclusively about Loot Crate, but that's American. Now for Canadian, it doesn't help one bit, because let's say you're going by month, like I was.
Well,
it ends up
yes
being
and no, because if it's still worth, let's say, the double, so let's say $40, still that $40 in Canadian will be transferred into like $60.
Well,
so I understand. Yeah, I understand what you mean.
Yeah,
but
that's
still,
true.
I've contemplated the fact that these things offer a lot of stuff, but after you look closely, like a lot of personally, I did not subscribe to any of them because I looked at like, what do I get? A sticker, a pin, a lanyard. And
which is basically it. Yeah.
Well, it's okay when you're getting
a pop figure.
When you're getting exclusive items that you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah, but do you want that figure? It's an exclusive figure that you don't really want. You're just having it because
it's
you're getting it now.
Then turn around and sell it for like 3 times the price of your Loot Crate if you want.
Just like the Marvel Collector Crate or something.
Mm-hmm.
Last month it was the Hulkbuster.
Yes.
Only Marvel, like I don't remember the name, but Marvel Loot Crate.
Collector Core.
Yeah,
Collector
that.
Core.
Only them
that's the only way of getting it.
Exactly. That's literally the only way of getting it.
So, and they even advertise it on the back of the box.
Exactly.
For the prop.
But the problem is, if I spend $30, $30 every month to get that one-time thing, why aren't I getting it? Like, I don't know. That's the problem. I can't get it anywhere else.
It's not even necessarily that one-time thing. It could just be like you're getting it that month, but it's a product already available.
But that sucks because I couldn't go out and get it. That's the problem. When I was young, my parents, I pushed my parents to get so many Pokemon packs.
Can I read?
Yeah.
And I would get, like, I was like, oh my god, I'm so going to get a Charizard right now. But I would never get it. And I looked at it and was like, if I spread all my resources in getting all these packs, I would have got so much more out of it if I picked exactly the card I wanted.
Yeah, but a crate like that is not that random. It's like, sure, it will change from one to the other, but it's basically all the same thing.
Yeah,
but is it worth it? Do you really want to have a land?
It used to be. Yeah, exactly. It used to be. In my opinion, as far as Loot Crate goes, because I've never been subscribed to any of the other ones, but Loot Crate used to be. And you're still with Loot Crate. I stopped a couple of months back, but then this month is Villains 2, and I really liked Villains 1 last year, so I said, okay, let me do Villains 2. And the stuff in the Villains Crate, it's cool, but I unsubscribed again because I'm like, well, it's still not worth going for the rest of the year.
Well, we already know what's in that one.
Yeah, but with the price of the crate, you get one big item in it. That's pretty much how much the crate is on its own anyway. So the item on its own is the price of the crate.
Yeah, so you're not really gaining a heck of a lot. There are some other smaller things in it, but smaller, 2 or 3 other items, and then that's it. The crate's done.
But the thing is that what I think happened And I think where the decline of Loot Crate, in my opinion, started is because Funko left them. They used to get a lot of cool, even though they're knickknacks, you might not be a fan. You get pop figures, you get the mini mystery boxes, and they're all created. You get a bunch of Funko products. And but now Funko's working with Marvel to do the collector core. So that means they're not working with Loot Crate anymore, which is why you haven't seen a Funko product.
And Loot Crate hasn't, found an alternative.
I used to get... Like, I mean, that is then really, really recent.
Oh,
when Collector Core started, Funko is not working with Marvel anymore because they're working with Marvel.
Okay,
This year there was no Funko Pop whatsoever.
No Funkos.
When I was collecting Loot Crate, it was like maybe less than a year ago. I was still getting some pop figures.
Yep.
So, the thing is, are you collecting because you want the products, or because you want the surprise?
Well, you don't know the products,
but that's it. So you're going for the surprise of it. So the thing is,
you go with the theme and hope for something good.
Yeah, you hope for something good. But if you would buy these exact products for the exact price that you would get, would you go out in the store and get them?
Yes. Would you just buy them on your own if you knew what was in the box? Would you say, okay, I'm going to go get that because I like it?
Well, I think that's the appeal, because it's like a gift. It's like a surprise.
Yep.
Maybe like why people goes to casino. Like, for sure you won't win, but hey, you might get something. It's cool
trying, I know what you mean. Because I used to have all the stuff that I was not using in my Loot Crates in a bag that I got with Loot Crate.
Mine are still in my boxes.
Yeah, but then I said, you know what, this bag is getting kind of heavy of stuff that I'm not using, so I dumped it all out, and I picked and chose what I liked. Stuff that I knew people liked, I ended up giving it to them, because in the end it's all small little knickknacks. The figures and the toys and stuff, I'm not a toy collector, but I have it, let me display it. So I put them on my shelf. So the slightly medium to bigger things I kept, like the Ninja Turtle Ooze figure from last year.
Yeah.
T-shirt, I love the T-shirts.
One of the thing I really liked about Loot Crate was the T-shirts.
T-shirts are so nice.
It's so bad it wasn't every month.
Yeah.
Even if there are some crates, not like Loot Crate, but like other branding or something, that does shirts every month.
Or the Nerd Block does.
Nerd Block, exactly.
Yeah, Nerd Block
They guarantee a shirt in every block.
That's good. What I really think is that it's a great gift.
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy it for myself, but I would buy it for someone else. And if I would receive it for free, I'd be like, wow, this is really awesome.
Which you can do. You could do a gift subscription or a gift crate to someone.
Yeah.
So you get the box. And
yeah.
Oh, look, it's full goodies. But that's if it's full of goodies. Like, if I were to receive the one that came out this month for Loot Crate, I'd be like,
well, that's what it is.
Cool,
but that's the thing. It's a gift subscription.
Terminator, I think.
No. Last month was Heroes. Heroes too.
With the little Batman figure on the rooftop.
I have everything from that except for the Batarang. That's somewhere in my kitchen, but everything else is still in the box, sitting on my desk. I haven't even taken it out to take a picture. It's so Are
you happy about it, or this is the way you want it?
No, it's not. That box was.
Okay. Another thing that I really hate is that as a completist, if I would receive, let's say, I think 1 month, and that we talked about it, is that you receive a Batman 39, and for me, if what am I going to do with a Batman 39 comic? I'm like, okay, yes.
But it's because it was a variant of the issue. It was during the Endgame story arc, and it was the variant of that issue. And they did that a few times, but I think the reason they did a Batman issue is because you also got a Batman pop figure at the same time, which was the last pop figure they did, was the Joker Batman, which I really like.
Because Mark told me that you received a lot of number ones. I think this is amazing because you get introduced to things.
Plant vs. Zombie? No.
Yeah, Plant vs. Zombies is a comic.
Zombies.
No, one of the crates.
Well, they did a comic about it. I don't know if they were getting.
Yeah, no, there was an exclusive variant, but I don't think it was number one. I think it was another number.
But that's the thing. If there's number one introduction to comics or to toys or whatever, like the number one of the series, I think this is great because it gives you an opportunity to taste it before going out.
Yeah.
But there again, it's not something you get in every box. You don't get a comic in every box.
Yep.
Yeah, but
you don't get a
all
T-shirt
of them would
box.
be an introduction to something.
Yeah, but it would be cool if it were though.
But now they're just throwing stuff in it that just...
Those facts says right now that in overall Loot Crate, right now it's not worth it.
Yeah.
But for the same prices, we can get something better. Like
another company?
Yes.
Like the Nerd Block.
Nerd Blocks. You have 5 or 6 theme.
You have nerd, you have arcade, you have horror, And then they have the
Kids and Girls. Yeah.
the comics, and then the two junior ones. One's for boys,
For
one
the
for
video
girls.
game, the one that I was like interested into, it's you get one shirt,
Guaranteed a shirt.
guaranteed a shirt. You get 4 to 6 video game collectibles, and it's $20 US for a worth total of 60.
And if you just sign up for it now for the first subscription, you get a $20 value box.
Not that we want to promote it, but that's
just but and that's another thing. I don't know what was first. I don't know if Loot Crate came later but became famous first, or if Loot Crate was the first of these blind boxes.
One of the
But there's so many blind boxes of so many random topics. Forget just geek stuff. There's Bark Box for dogs,
which
Candy Box
was cool until you break down the price, and it's like, okay, it ended up coming to like $50 for a box. But again, would I really go out? Yeah, no, Canadian. But would you go out and spend $50 worth of dog stuff every month? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Like your dog.
and there's not only that. There's Comic Bento, which is like Nerd Block's comic thing. It's just comic related stuff. There's Nature
Kawaii Box.
There's Nature Box, which is all like healthy snacks and stuff. There's so many random things.
But for that Comic Bento thing, yes, it's great for one time thing. It's like a, you know, when you're young, the surprise bags. You know, you taste the candies, you're like, okay, like I wouldn't taste it otherwise. But
that's like what they are.
Yeah, but the Comic Bento, like, I could go to a subscription in a comic book store and go whatever I want.
But these are giving you things, random things, stuff that you wouldn't normally pick up. If you pick up it, and there's an issue of, say you've never read Superman, it has an issue of Superman in it, and you just casually go through it and like, oh look, this is actually really good. But, I'm going to go back and start and reading the series.
But that's the thing. If it's an issue from that month, you could just walk into a comic book store and be like, let me pick something random, and then
what
do
do
the
you
same
recommend
thing.
in the comic book store? But
or that,
because if you're subscribing to Comic Bento, that means you like comics. So
yeah,
you know
but if you go to a comic store and you say, okay, let me pick something at random, you're still in somewhat control, because if you grab it and you're like, no, I need to put it back.
That is true too. That is also very true.
With a box like that, you have no choice. Here it is. This is what you're getting.
These 3 comics.
Well, you don't have to read it.
I know, but you paid for it. You might as well. It's kind of like, it's here.
You wouldn't be buying the subscription for something like that if you weren't somewhat interested in something that's in the concept of the box.
Exactly.
Especially when it's so...
Like John said, you're a fan of comics. This is just something random to see what else you would like.
Like you're a fan of video games, and you go with, like, say, the video game Nerd Block just to see what it is.
Yeah, but as long as they are number ones...
But that's the thing. You don't think you get number ones. You think you just get random issues of that series.
But exactly, then what's the point?
Yeah.
It's like... I know myself, I won't start something at issue 49.
Yeah. That's true.
Spider-Man issue 650. Like, okay.
It's like,
where do I start?
683.
Yeah. Well,
next month we're finishing at 700.
Exactly. You read it? Well, I know the ending. Now I got some catching up to do.
Prequels.
All right. Go on eBay. Issue number 1, $4 million. All right. No, next comic.
But I think... to like go back to the initial question was like, is this just a fad, or is it like something that, because there's so many now, and these things are obviously lasting because people are subscribing to them. So is it going to die down eventually? Are people going to realize it's not worth it, or worth it, depending on your opinion? Or is it going to just be an ongoing thing from now on?
I think that because a lot of people subscribe to it, a lot of companies are adhering to the project.
Yeah.
And it's going to become a competitive thing, and like any business, like anything that consumerism, it's going to be a competition, and the best is going to win. Personally, like the one that's going to be able to provide the most value.
I really think
you don't decide it, but you fight for it. People fight for the best.
But how does that get tallied in the end? It's, I guess, how much money each company made or whatever.
Yeah.
You were going to say,
or how many subscribers they have to it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that's exactly like, just as Loot Crate, they are been less good month after month. I really think that at some point that trend will just stop. Like, I don't think like anytime soon, because it's still something really current into the community, let's say. Plus there's like so many different things. But I think at some point people will get just sick of it.
Yeah, but I don't think people are going to draw. I think they're going to pivot
expensive
to another one. Right?
Yeah, but
well, that's another thing. the companies needs to like evolve and giving another service.
Which they try. Loot Crate has been trying to do that with their level up stuff, which
Well,
is
that's
you
the
pay
thing.
Major
an extra
expensive.
10, 20, 30 bucks for extra stuff.
Pair of socks,
Socks,
or a
shirts,
shirt, or a hat.
or a hat, which to be fair would be that price in stores anyway when you get these novelty socks and hats and stuff like that. But,
Yeah, but then
in the
there
end,
it goes
it's like,
back to basically, if you're spending exactly what you'd be spending on it in the store, what's the point of getting it in a surprise box when you could just go centrally to the store and grab
Nick-
exactly
yeah.
what you want?
like Nick or John, I don't remember which of you said it, but it's the surprise that is what it is.
Well, there's another thing. Sometimes when you're like into a store, you want something, but at the same time you don't really. Now you don't have the choice. Exactly.
No, you're given.
You've already paid for it. Yeah.
Like you still want it, but you don't want to pay for it.
It's stuff that you wouldn't necessarily go to the store and pick up.
Exactly.
But you're somewhat curious or interested in.
Exactly.
That with it given to you in a box, it's like, oh, yeah, that's cool.
That's interesting.
But maybe that's the problem. Maybe you're not interested in it. Maybe that's why you guys are disappointed.
But it's too late at that point.
That's true.
And if it's skipping recurrent, then people will just quit.
Yeah.
And we are.
We are, and we are all the nerds.